Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside Out Smile. I'm your host, Dr. Amber Q, and we've had some very interesting views of the sky in the UK this past week. I haven't seen anything personally myself, unfortunately, although I did feel that the moon was a slightly different colour. But in other parts of the UK, people were sending photos showing the northern lights in the sky. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you think the sky, the moon, these are things that have been viewed by people for centuries. And it makes you think about the different civilizations that have lived upon Earth for centuries as well. And it's so interesting because I feel that we all feel generally, I guess, the younger you are as well, you feel that you're energetic, you're just invincible, especially if you're healthy and you're strong, until unfortunately, one becomes ill or has an accident. And of course, then you have people in power who feel invincible because they may change laws, they may be able to, bribe people, etc. And so they feel invincible. But as I've stated before, we actually spend more time under the ground than above it. And all of us are going to come and go. Now, of course, everyone wants to have a pleasant time on Earth, including animals. I've been watching these YouTube videos of this chap. I don't know if his name is Rocky. I don't know why I'm thinking that his name is Rocky. Anyway, it's called Sitting with Dogs. And he goes into shelters and he gives love to dogs who've obviously either been lost or abused. And it's just beautiful seeing him, give love to dogs, and they open up, and it's so beautiful. And he often says things that resonate with people, which is basically, you're worthy, you deserve to be loved, you deserve to have a good life. And the animals really resonate with his tone and, the things that he does, which basically he gives them little treats without looking at them. It's just really, really beautiful to watch. And quite often people in the comments say, I really cried watching this video. And it can be really emotional seeing these poor little dogs, And it really makes you think, doesn't it? Because with what's happening in Palestine at the moment, you think about people, you think about the animals, the plants, the land. Everything is being destroyed in the most barbaric and cruel way. And these people, obviously the perpetrators of this, obviously think that they are invincible. And I don't know, because it's one thing trying to bribe people and being corrupt on Earth. But at the end of the day, we are all going to leave the Earth. And although they have done the most despicable things. This is a clean show, so I'm not going to mention those things. And it's really gut-wrenching, really. It honestly is. And it just makes you think. When I was younger, I used to think, my gosh, how awful does one have to be to go to hell and the different levels of hell? And I don't know, when you see the unspeakable cruelty, you think, my God, are these people not scared that when they die, when they leave Earth, that they could be in big trouble for the whole of eternity? But I guess from their perspective, they either don't believe that or they don't see that. But I think that, if you just look at all the civilizations that have come and gone, and the most powerful people that, are not here anymore, doesn't it make sense that there is something that's coming later, because otherwise, what is the point? Because, there's no justice on earth, and we see really a mockery of everything that we've known in terms of the civilized world. I'm using air quotes here. And I do feel that, I keep saying this about the masks are off, but day by day, my God, different things are happening. And you just think, what is happening to the world? It really is, I always used to say, oh my gosh, in the olden days, people were doing the same things, they'd go and, pillage in villages and things, and now we do it on a different scale, and obviously technology is used. But we are not that civilized. I mean, we know that anyway, just in terms of people's behavior. We're just more sophisticated animals, aren't we? We're still social beings, which is why people get depressed. But if you add these things together, where you look at industries which are not conducive to human health or contentment, let's say, rather than happiness, and, in terms of humans achieving their full potential, you see that everything is geared to keeping people insecure, feeling bad about themselves. I don't know. I just think it's really, really eye-opening, everything that's happening at the moment. And thank God for Gen Z. I mean, really, they are being incredible, absolutely incredible. And I think the fabric of society is just ripping apart, really. I think universities, they're not behaving smartly, are they? Although I think they're being threatened as well. But the thing is that just with the advent of technology, universities are probably going to change a lot in a few years, and probably only some courses or some programs will, remain, I guess, in demand. Those being, medicine, dentistry, veterinary medicine, etc. I don't know. I'm just musing out aloud, as I normally do. I don't know. It's just eye-opening, isn't it? It's just eye-opening. And, the people that feel so strongly about what's happening that they're willing to risk their careers. And then on the flip side, you have obviously people who are pro-slaughtering others. But then you have people in between who are saying, yes, it's terrible what's happening, but hey, I just want to carry on with my life as normal, which is really, really interesting. And, I don't know, where is humanity if we're not going to raise awareness, do what we can, at least stop financially supporting those who are complicit in genocide. So I don't know. Everyone is so self-absorbed, aren't they? Or not everyone. Some people are very self-absorbed, and I still feel that people need to be making their stance known if they are pro-life. So yeah, that's all I've got to say today, really. And I know some people in certain countries are not able to say anything, and laws are changing in other countries. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's just crazy. Human life is valuable, no matter who you are or where you come from. And the same can be said for animals who are sentient beings, and also their lives are precious. And that's really all I have to say on today's episode. So let's all create connection with ourselves, with the earth. I find it so upsetting that 500-year-old olive trees are ripped out. The land is being destroyed. It's so barbaric, and so cruel in so many ways. I mean, who does that? Who captures and tortures children, doctors, journalists, paramedics, nurses, just civilians? Anyway, until the next episode, let's all create connection with ourselves, with the earth, with humanity, with compassion, And let's not just change lives, but let's save lives.